Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Corey with AMX Realty, the Mills Group, and I am here at Guild Mortgage with Michelle Castle, and we're going to talk really quick about closing costs and what to expect. So with that being said, Michelle, I have a lot of buyers ask, what are closing costs? Is it the down payment? Is it, what's it for?
The word closing costs gets used interchangeably, but really closing costs themselves are all the third-party fees. So the lender fees, title company fees, appraisers, surveyors, there's attorney fees, especially if you're doing a transaction in Texas or Oklahoma. So all of those fees are lumped together to be called closing costs.
Gotcha.
So on top of the closing costs, you have your down payment and prepaids.
Okay. And when you say prepaids, what does that entail? Because some buyers don't understand, how payments are escrowed in and why they've got to have those prepaids.
So prepaids are considered anything, for instance, your insurance.
Okay.
Your insurance, you're prepaying that insurance policy for a full year in advance.
Okay.
We're also collecting, if someone is including taxes and insurance in their payment, which a lot of loan programs require, those prepaids also include a little bit for your, reserves for your taxes or escrows for property taxes and insurance. So you have your closing costs, which is all your third-party fees. Then you have your prepaids, which includes your insurance and taxes.
Okay. All right. And now another question that I get a lot is whenever I'm out showing property is, well, can we finance our closing costs or ask the seller to pay our closing costs? How does that work with the loan?
Well, some loan programs do allow the seller to assist in the closing costs.
Okay.
Not all loan programs allow that, so you always have to check with the lender and make sure that the loan program is okay with that.
Gotcha.
So the seller can pay some closing costs in most cases. The amount that they can pay is also dependent upon the loan program. So you always want to ask the lender about that. But the seller has closing costs that they pay on top of the buyer's closing costs. So whenever you're asking the seller to do that, you just need to take into consideration, or we tell the buyers all the time, take into consideration that the seller's already got their own set of closing costs.
Right.
So it's not always, the seller's not always able to do that. So buyers do need to be prepared. Able and willing.
Yeah.
Able and willing.
Okay. And then for somebody who just doesn't have an idea of, what to expect in the home buying process or what kind of cost to expect, I guess you could say, with a closing on a loan, what would be your advice in terms of helping them prepare to know what number they need to have and to make them a competitive buyer in today's market? Really,
you need to, closing costs generally for transactions in Texas generally are going to run you between $3,000 and $3,500.
Mm-hmm.
That's all of the third-party fees all there together. Sometimes it's a little bit less, but generally $3,000 to $3,500.
Okay.
Then you've got your insurance policy, taxes, and insurance. So, as an example, on a $150,000 house, your prepaids or your escrows and closing costs is going to run you about $6,000.
Okay.
So you need to be prepared for that. And then your down payment is going to be determined by the loan program that you choose.
Right.
Some programs don't have a down payment requirement. Others have 3.5%. Some, you have to put a minimum of 5% down.
Right.
So you need to be prepared for at least those closing costs and those prepaids, and have at least $5,000 to $6,000 set aside. Then you also need to plan on the down payment too.
Okay. All right. And so for somebody who is looking to take that step and get pre-approved, where is the place that they can go to find that information and get pre-approved?
My website's got a lot of great information at www.michellcastle.com. You can also call the office and ask those questions.
Right.
We love to meet with our home buyers and really sit down and do some planning. Not everybody's ready to buy a house immediately.
Right.
And that's fine. We can put you on a plan so that 3 months from now, 6 months from now, you're ready to go.
Okay.
And that office number is 903-957-3100.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Michelle. That was some great information. Also, feel free to contact me. My office number is 903-893-1000. And you can visit my website, www.themillsgroupntx.com, for any information in the home buying process and to search for listings. Thank you, and we'll talk to you soon.